Benvenute, signore, buonasera,
Buonasera.
Lore, Nedra, Rita Caro, benvenuta, Deborah, I see you, yes. So, ciao Deborah. Deborah is my friend, and see the gongs behind Deborah? She's the gong lady. She's a sound therapist, and she has so many beautiful instruments at her house. Yeah, maybe we should do a gong bath instead of Italian tonight. No, 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 no. Okay, I'm gonna share my screen, and so we can start. Oops, what is this? No, sorry, sorry, sorry. Let me do this again. My screen was not ready. I thought I was ready. Okay. Here we go. So, all right. Parliamo italiano, parte 8, 25 febbraio 2021. So tonight we're going to talk about love. So in preparing for tonight, it took me longer to prepare this set of slides tonight and to think about the theme, love, because everywhere I looked online to find resources, it's all about romantic love. It's very adolescent type of love. I couldn't find anything for us, for our adult age, but so it took me longer. This picture that you see, this is Verona. This is Verona, the main square, and it's Valentine's Day, febbraio, 14 febbraio, e c'è un mercato. There is a market, and they put everything in the shape of a heart. And then here, when you go through this tunnel, through this arch, just around the corner, you see the balcony, the famous balcony. What's her name? Giulietta e Romeo. So Giulietta's balcony is right there. So in Verona, they do remember Valentine's Day. Italians are not very romantic, I must say, despite what everybody says around the world. They're not romantic at all. They're very pragmatic, very practical. And so there is not all this fuss about it as there is here. And if there is some Valentine celebrations are just between couples. So, amore, amore, amore. Amore. I'm going to read this, and you can read following me, and then maybe we can practice. We can take turn reading it, and we'll practice the rhythm, the intonation, and saying all the vowels and the double consonants. So vowels, double consonants, intonation, and rhythm. And while we read, you also think of what the meaning is. I'm sure you will get the meaning right away. Okay, ready? I'm going to start and you can read with me. Febbraio è il mese dell'amore. Febbraio è il mese dell'amore. Il 14 febbraio è la festa di San Valentino e la festa degli innamorati. Tutto il mondo, o quasi, festeggia questo giorno. Tutto il mondo, o quasi, festeggia questo giorno. L'origine di questa festa è molto antica. San Valentino nasce a Interamna nel 176 d.C. San Valentino nasce a Interamna nel 176 d.C. Interamna è la città di Terni, in Umbria. Secondo una leggenda, il vescovo Valentino sposa il ragazzo romano Sabino e la ragazza ternana Serapia. Let's read this again. Read with me. Secondo una leggenda, il vescovo Valentino sposa il ragazzo romano Sabino e la ragazza ternana Serapia. Per questa ragione San Valentino è il santo patrono degli innamorati. Bravi, vi vedo, I can see you are reading. So, sorry. What's the meaning of this? Did you get the meaning? Can anybody tell me what they think this is about? Lore, are you talking? We can hear you. Ok.
Ho una domanda. Che
Sì.
significa il vescovo?
Il vescovo. Dov'è? Vediamo.
Al fine.
È il vescovo, qui. Il vescovo Valentino. Che vuol dire? Guarda un po' qui. Che cos'è questo?
Un prete? Un santo?
È un vescovo, vero? È un vescovo. Ha il cappello così.
Oh, vestments? Am I getting
Sì,
wrong?
sì, I saw. Nedra, you said it. Yeah. Bishop, yes, bishop. Yes.
Ok,
Vescovo, bishop.
grazie.
Valentino era un vescovo, il vescovo di Terni. Terni è qui, right here, in Umbria. So Perugia is here, Terni is down there, or there. Yeah. So what does it mean? Anybody wants to tell me the meaning of this short piece? What you understood, whatever. What did you get? Okay, I'm gonna help you. Okay, Debra. Lore.
All right, the 14th of February is the feast of Saint Valentine. And
Oh, so you're translating everything?
I
Oh,
could
yeah. No, don't translate. Just tell us a few things.
It's a day for lovers, a feast day for lovers.
Yeah. Innamorati.
The-
Innamorati, lovers. Yeah.
And it goes back into early times.
Mm-hmm.
And
Sì.
Valentine's was born in a city I've never heard of.
Terni.
Terni.
Terni. It's the two provinces in Umbria. One is the province of Perugia, the other one is the province of Terni.
Ah,
So it's a big city.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm not quite, the second to the last sentence,
Sì,
according to legend, this Bishop Valentino marries.
esatto, sì. Sposa il
Okay.
ragazzo. Sì,
He officiates at a wedding for this young guy, Sabino, and his girlfriend, que significa Ternana.
Ternana. Ternana means from Terni.
Oh,
Like,
okay. And non usano il capitolo?
no,
No.
no.
Okay.
In Italian, we don't use the capital letter very often as in English. So Ternana, no, non c'è bisogno, there's no need. So yes, Valentino marries these two young people. He is a Roman, Sabino, and she's from Terni, and they could not get married. He was a soldier, she was a poor girl, so everybody was against this marriage. But Valentino marries them, and for this reason, we have Valentine's Day. This is a legend. There are other versions of this legend. There's many stories out there about why Valentine's is the patron saint of lovers. This is one. The thing is that in Terni they found these two skeletons, questi due scheletri, next to each other in a place that might be where this couple lived. But who knows? We don't know. So they say it's true because in Terni we have this couple buried together. What we know is that Valentino, his body is still in Terni. This is the church where his body is, or parts of it. Who knows? So Italians, as I said, are not very romantic, but for Valentine, for February, you will see this painting. This is a painting of 1859. It's called Il Bacio, the kiss, and it's kind of a symbol of Valentine's Day in Italy. So much that in the 20s, the Perugina factory, the chocolate factory, when they started marketing their chocolates, the Bacio, you know, the chocolate with the hazelnut on top and the love message inside. So they were inspired by this couple, and their couple is always there on their boxes of Baci, Perugina. Perugia is also known as the city of love because of the Baci Perugina. So in this short piece, though, I highlighted little words. Do you see this? Del, di, dei, di, a, di. What are they? Prepositions. Sì, preposizioni. So our grammar little piece of the puzzle tonight will be prepositions. We will talk about prepositions. Do you have other questions about this piece? Do you all know what it all means? Yeah? Neda? You have to unmute yourself. Okay.
Interamna Nahars, questo.
Oh, Interamna Nahars. That is the Latin name of Terni.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So if you see Terni comes from Inter, Ter, Ramna, Nars, and that was lost.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Grazie.
Okay. So let's go forward. Let's talk about love using expressions that Italians use. La lingua dell'amore. Throughout these slides, you'll see paintings. I found paintings of Renaissance 16th century, 17th century Italian painters like Tiziano, and that represented love. So this is Venere e Adone. This one is Il ratto d'Europa, the rape of Europe. Okay, let's look at vocabulary. Oh, amore. So, and you have to say this, amore. And now, ti amo. Ti amo. But also, ti voglio bene. So Italians don't use ti amo that much. Really, it's when you have to use ti amo, you only use it for your companion, your lover, and it is a very strong emotion, strong, passionate kind of feeling and emotion. It's not, you don't say it. I don't think I said it in my life, maybe once to Mario. That's it. I don't even remember. But you don't say to children or to parents, only for your lover, and it has to be true. Usually we say ti voglio bene. Ti voglio bene. And you can say this to anybody, and also your lover. Ti voglio bene. Many times we say that. And then mi piaci. You can say mi piaci, which is I like you. Mi piaci. Oh, this one, abbracciami. Hug me. Abbracciami. Double B and double C. Abbracciami. And, oh, yes, you know this word. Bacio. Kiss. And then baciami. Baciami. Kiss me. Ho bisogno di te. Means I need you. Ho bisogno di te. Oh, this also is important. Mi sto innamorando di te. I am falling in love with you. Mi sto innamorando di te. Io non vivo senza te. I can live without you. Io non vivo senza te. And now, what follows, it's a few where, lovers call each other with these silly words, silly names. So we'll see, maybe Italian lovers call each other, maybe he calls her Stellina, which means little star. Stellina mia. Nuvoletta, which means cloud, little cloud. Pucci pucci doesn't mean anything, but pucci pucci is very love, saying a lot about love. Everybody in Italy knows this. I don't know, it's a expression, pucci pucci. Orsacchiotto, which is a teddy bear. Orsacchiotto mio. Passerotto. This is a little bird. Passerotto. Remember? Now you see, those of you who were with us that time when we talked about the diminutives, the ending of words that mean small. They are all here. Ina, etta, otto, otto. Tesoro. This is treasure. My treasure. And cipollino, onion, a little onion. Patatina, a little potato. And you can say this also to children, little children. You can call them with this affection. affectionate names. And now this is very passionate. Ho perso la testa per te. I lost my head for you. So kind of I'm crazy about you. I lost my head. Ho perso la testa per te. This is very important. Sono innamorato o innamorata di te. I am in love with you. We use an adjective. Sono innamorato, I am love struck, something like that. Oh, this one, fare l'amore, to make love. Fare l'amore. Oh, another one, fragolino, little strawberry, or fragolina. Sono pazza di te. I'm crazy about you again. I think that's all. So, do you think Italians and Americans express love the same way? So, maybe. Who remembers when, if I want to say I love you, how can I say it in Italian? Unmute yourself and try. I love you.
Ti voglio bene.
Ti voglio bene. Yes. Is there another way to say it?
If you raise your hand, I'm trying to look through the pictures and I can try to get you. Anybody feeling brave? I see Lorraine. I'm going to ask to unmute you. You're still muted, Lorraine, just so you know. There you go.
Ha, I knew there was a trick. Okay, sono innamorato di te. Is that?
Sono innamorato di te. That means that it means that I love you, but it means I'm in love with you. Sono innamorato di te. So if I want to say I love you, yes, usually ti voglio bene, that works. Everybody says that all the time. But the other one is ti amo, which is really passionate, very deep love between lovers. You say it maybe twice in your life. You don't, even in movies, you won't hear it that often. What if you want to say, hug me?
Abbracciami.
Abbracciami, abbracciami, sì, abbracciami. What about I need you? I need you.
Ho bisogno di te.
Ho bisogno di te. Brava, chi? Chi ha detto? Bene, ho bisogno di te. What about I'm crazy about you?
Nedra?
We can hear you, Nedra.
This is Rita. Io non vivo senza di te.
Ho perso la testa per te.
Oh, Rita and Nedra. So, Nedra says, ho perso la testa per te. So, la testa. So, I'm crazy about you. And Rita, you said, io non vivo senza di te. I can't live without you. Yeah.
Sono pazza di te.
Sono pazza di te is the other one. Yes. Yes.
Sono pazza di te.
Pazza e ho perso la testa. Both of them. What about, tell me some little words that to express your love for me. What would you say to me? To tell me that you, to call me, what little names you want to call me? What would you call me?
Patatina.
Patatina, sì.
How about you, Stefano? Do you have
Buona.
something for us?
Pucci pucci.
Pucci pucci, sì, Stefano. You can
Stelina.
call Ruth. Come?
Stelina.
Stellina, sì, Stellina.
Sacchiotto.
O il sacchiotto. O il sacchiotta. These are funny, yeah. So try these little names for your lover next, tonight or tomorrow morning. Molto bene, bravi. Andiamo avanti. I wanted to introduce you to a poet, an Italian poet, Alda Merini, a woman poet. She died in 2009, so she's a contemporary poet. She's known for her very passionate poetry, very full of images and really rich language. So what we're going to do, we're going to read about the poem here, read about her life, and then we listen to the poem and then we read it. The poem is called Amore torna, which means love, come back. So ready, let's read it together. So I'm going to read the whole sentence and then you can, actually, why don't we take turn reading it? Who wants to read the first sentence, even though it's a little long?
Io posso.
Okay.
Io posso.
Start, I don't care.
Caro?
Sì.
Okay.
In Amore torna, la poetessa Alda Merini parla al suo innamorato.
Brava, molto bene. La seconda frase.
Lorraine, go ahead.
L'amato deve tornare come una barca che ritorna al porto.
Bene, sì, bravissima. La terza frase.
Nedra, are you ready?
Ok. La poetessa ha il tormento del desiderio che è rosso ed è come un fiume.
Sì. E l'ultima frase? Chi legge? Who wants to read the last sentence?
Io.
Bravo.
Questo fiume vuole travogliere l'amore del suo amato.
Molto bene. So, I know that you, while you were reading and you were following, you already have an idea of what this poem is about. What are the images that you see when you, after reading, during the reading of this little piece? Make a prediction. Okay. Lore?
Non sono sicuro. La terza paragraph. La poetessa ha il tormento del desiderio che è rosso. Is that idiom just an idiom?
No. So the desire, her desire. See, so poeta is a man poet, and poetessa is a female poet. La poetessa il tormento, you know what tormento is, del desiderio, of this wish, this desire, and the desire is red. Red like passion, like blood. È rosso, come un fiume, ed è come un fiume grande. Un fiume is a river. So if I say, where is the boat? Which word is the boat, in your opinion?
Barca.
Barca. Barca is a boat. Where is the lover?
Innamorato.
Oh, innamorato. Grazie, allora. Il desire, I already told you. Yeah.
Desiderio.
Desiderio. River, yes. River.
Fiume.
Fiume. And overcome.
Travolgere.
Travolgere. Travolgere meaning overcome. Questo fiume vuole travolgere l'amore del suo amato. So it has something to do with desiderio, with desire, red, the river, the lover that is overcoming the lover. So very passionate. Let's listen to this poem and read it also. You will be able to read it.
Torna, amore, vela delicata e libera, che occupi il pensiero della mia terra. Sto morendo sulla grandiosità di un fiume che è rosso di desiderio e vorrebbe travolgere il tuo amore.
Yes, now I remember Diana and I, we practiced. Yeah. So let's, every time I click there. Okay. I want to go to the text.
Sto morendo.
Okay. Let's read it. Torna, amore, vela delicata e libera. Vela, vela is a sail, like a sailboat. Delicata e libera, free, che occupi il pensiero della mia terra. Actually, you inhabit the thought of my mind, of my homeland. Sto morendo, I'm dying. Sto morendo sulla grandiosità di un fiume che è rosso di desiderio e vorrebbe travolgere il tuo amore. Okay, so a lot of passion here. She's dying in this immensity that is this big river that is red with like desire, and desire ready to overcome the lover. And the translation is here too. On this side we have a few things about this poet. You want to read it together, or someone wants to read it? We can take turn. I'll start with the first one. Alda Merini è una poetessa italiana di Milano.
Okay.
posso.
Ok?
Sì. Ha un'infanzia difficile,
15.
15 anni comincia a scrivere poesie, ma la sua famiglia non vuole che diventi scrittrice.
Yeah, that's a hard word.
Scrittrice.
Scrittrice. It's so hard. Scrittrice. Yes. So, infanzia, what do you think it is?
Childhood.
Childhood, yes. Ha un'infanzia difficile, difficult. A 15 anni comincia a scrivere. She starts writing poems, poesie. Ma, which is but, la sua famiglia non vuole che diventi scrittrice. Chiaro? Got it? Do I need to translate? Family doesn't want her to become. This is interesting, this next piece. Who wants to read this?
I'll read it.
Okay.
Okay. Va alla scuola elementare e media, ma non va alla scuola superiore perché non passa l'esame di italiano.
Strano. Un poeta, una poetessa, una scrittrice non passa l'esame di italiano. She never went to high school. And as we read, you also pay attention to these little words, to the preposizioni, prepositions. Who wants to read the third one? Actually, the fourth sentence.
I'll do it.
Okay.
Alda Merini vince molti premi letterari italiani e internazionali e viene nominata per il premio Nobel alcune volte.
Brava. So, premi. Che cos'è premi? Prizes, yes. So, vince, she wins many literary prizes.
Wins many prizes.
E viene nominata, she's nominated per il premio Nobel. So, Alda Merini dice, rifiuterò sempre il premio Nobel perché in Svezia fa freddo. Got it? Got it? I don't have to translate, right? So, and in fact, she never won it. She was nominated a few times, but she said, I'm not going to go to Sweden. Bene. So now you know of this poet. You can get her, you can buy her poetry also from Amazon. You can find them in Italian. And she's also known for quotes. She has these short, very poignant, passionate quotes that are part of that are like proverbs. Okay, so let's look at these prepositions. Let's do some grammar. So prepositions are tricky, as I said. You just have to accept that they're going to be confusing and it's going to take a long time to learn them. The first one is di. Often it means of in English, but not always. As in this case, San Valentino è di Terni. He is from Terni. Il madrigale è di Monteverdi. See, I forgot to write that di also means from, of and from. San Valentino è di Terni. I am from, sono di Perugia. Il madrigale è di Monteverdi. Il concerto di primavera è bellissimo. Sono di Perugia. Guardiamo A. A. Carlo regala i fiori a Gianna. So Carlo ama, vuole bene a Gianna. Cosa fa? Regala i fiori. He gives her flowers. Sorry. Regala i fiori a. So a means to in this case. Ci vediamo a mezzogiorno. See you at. So a means also at. Andiamo a Venezia. We go to Venice. Yes. Telefono a Maria. There are certain verbs like telefonare that go with a. They come together. Telefonare a. It's like in Spanish, if you know Spanish, same thing. Or regalare a. Then we have da. Abito a Santa Rosa da 3 anni. So this means I've lived, we would use a past tense in English, not in Italian, we use the present tense, but would mean 4. Siamo insieme da 4 mesi. We've been together for 4 months. Andiamo, like here, but a different preposition. Andiamo da Francesco. O andiamo da... I can think of anything, but even when you go to a restaurant, da Luigi, the restaurant Luigi. So when there is a name of a person, andare wants da. When there is a city, it wants a. A Venezia, a San Francisco, a Santa Rosa, a Roma, da Francesco, da Carla, da Luigi. Canto con sonoma Bach da 20 anni. Yeah, for or since. Depends on what you want, how do you want to express it in English. In, similar to English but not always, andiamo in Italia quest'estate. Andare again, but this time in. Why? Because we have a country. Andiamo in Italia, in Francia, in America, in Canada. With a country, we want in. A city, a. Abito in via Foscolo 23. So when you say your address, I live in con. That's pretty straightforward. With. Andiamo in Italia con i nostri amici. Vado al supermercato con l'autobus. So maybe by bus, it will be by bus in English. Well, I'm going to the supermarket by bus. We say con, with. In fact, Italians, I catch myself doing this all the time. I say I'm going with my car instead of by car. Then su means about. Il backtalk è su Luca Marenzio. It also means on, but it needs to be followed by an article, so we'll see it later. And then per, questa musica è per voi. Sono in Italia per visitare i musei. So in order to do something. Passiamo per la piazza. We're going through the square. And then tra and fra mean the same thing. They mean between or among, but you don't use them. They're not interchangeable. And the reason is sound. So let's look at this first one. No, actually, yeah. Il concerto comincia tra or fra un'ora. Yeah, I can use it a one. The concert starts in an hour. Fra or tra. But in this case, only tra works. Sono tra Francesco e Matteo. I am between Francesco and Matteo. I forgot to write the translation. Only tra works because Francesco starts with fra. So you don't want to say sono fra Francesco e Matteo. It's too much. Fra. So you say tra and Francesco.
And
Let's
that
practice.
Means,
Yeah.
Fra means between.
Yes. And let's practice here. Let's practice together. So here you have the list. And you should learn them like Italian children learn them. This is the sequence. Dia da in con su per tra fra. You should say it like a song. Dia da in con su per tra fra. So let's see. What would you use, di o da in these sentences? La mia fidanzata viene Milano. So she comes from. What do you say? Think. Take a risk. Da.
Di Milano.
Stefano, you're right and also not right, because if I say la mia fidanzata è di Milano, with essere, with to be, she is from Milano, yes, è di Milano, but in this case we have viene, she comes from, so viene da Milano. Tricky.
But if you said mia fidanzata è di Milano, you would say that?
Sì, esattamente, esatto. But viene da. Let's try the second one. Anna e Paolo sono So you have the verb here.
Sono di.
Yeah, brava Caro. Sono di Roma. E l'ultima, mi piace moltissimo la musica Monteverdi. Cosa?
Da Monteverdi.
Da o di?
Di Monteverdi.
Di Monteverdi, esatto. In English we would say Monteverdi's music. In Italian we express this possessive S with di. La musica di Monteverdi, la casa di Cinzia, il coro di Bob. Oh, let's try fra o tra. Okay, you have to listen now and read the words and make it sound nice in Italian and pretty. La Spagna sta, la Francia e il Portogallo.
Tra.
Grazie Stefano, tra, because we have Francia here. So you don't want to say fra la Francia. Tra la Francia. La seconda, la situazione è fra. Now you know the trick because the next word starts with tragico.
Yeah.
Fra il tragico e il comico.
is opposite of this one.
Il ragazzo.
Tra.
Oh, I heard tra. Sì, tra Franca e Sofia si chiama Andrea. It can be Fra here. Cosa c'è? Il trampolino e il tavolo?
Cosa c'è?
Fra.
Fra. Yes. Little tricks, yes. And now, in, da o a? Tricky one. O andare. Andiamo. What do you think? Is it? It's a country? What do you think? In, da o a? Country?
In.
Sì.
L'Italia.
In Italia. Sì, because we are going to a country, so we need in.
Oh.
And now we are going to Stefano a cena, to have dinner at his house. Questa sera andiamo. Stefano. Which one goes here? There's a person, the name of a person, so only one can work. Ready? I know you have it. Da Stefano, because it's a person, the name.
Do not
Yeah.
come to my house for dinner. I'm not prepared. Non preparato.
Deborah can walk over, just a block from you. Andiamo. Now we are going to Firenze. Firenze is a city. So, brava. Andiamo a Firenze city. And how are we going?
Al treno.
Maybe in, da, or a.
Oh. From to since for.
Remember, I'm always confused.
Al treno.
In.
Treno.
In treno.
Treno.
Andiamo a Firenze in treno.
Okay.
I could have said also con il treno. I could have also said con. Questa sera resto casa and to watch a movie.
Per.
Oh, per is good too, yes, per guardare un film, sì. But here,
Oh, right.
guardare un film, sì. Quando telefoni, Giovanni? Telefonare once always.
Right. Okay.
In English we don't need anything, but in Italian we need a preposition. Telefonare to Giovanni. And here we have per o su. Con, I have a little banner on top, I can see. Con, per e su. Mi piacerebbe uscire. I'd like to go out. You for dinner.
Con.
Con te, with you, yes. Andiamo al centro. L'autobus. Sì, con l'autobus. Questi fiori sono Giuditta. these flowers are.
Per.
I heard it per.
Mm.
La cena è
Su.
su questo tavolo, on this table. Yes, tricky stuff. Well done. You persevered. And now that you know all of those prepositions, I'm going to scare you with this one. But this is just math. This is mathematical. Because, you know, Italian words have articles all the time in front of them. So what happens when there is a preposition and an article? Italians put them together. They become new words. And it's mathematical. It's you when you practice at the beginning, you go out there with this table and you put them together and then you learn them. Di plus il becomes del. Di plus lo becomes dello. L and apostrophe, like in l'autobus, we have dell'autobus. Di plus la, della. Di plus i, dei. Di plus i, degli. Di plus le, delle. And then it's the same for all the prepositions, except tra and fra. Those do not combine. Do not combine. They are called preposizioni articolate, prepositions with articles. That's what it means. I don't know if you want to try or if it's too boring. You can practice by yourself when you watch this again. But it's just a question of choosing the right one. Oh, I wanted to just show you. This is a very short clip from a movie by Benigni. Benigni was the director and also the main actor. The movie is called La Tigre e la Neve, The Tiger and the Snow. And Benigni is known for the way he speaks. He speaks usually in this Tuscan, Italian Tuscan dialect. It's very hard to comprehend, even for Italian ears. But I wanted to show you how he talks about his lover. In this movie, he lost her in Iran or Iraq, I don't remember. So he's asking this man to help him find her. And this is what she says. We'll go to... sorry. Too many windows on my screen. I'm gonna start with here. So the volume is not very high. So pay close attention and you can read here, follow.
Quell'amore è proprio amore. Se muore lei, per me tutta questa messa in scena del mondo che gira, che possono pure smontare e portare via, possono schiodare tutto, arrotolare tutto il cielo, caricarlo su cambio con rimorchio, ogni cosa possono spengere questa luce bellissima del sole che mi piace tanto, tanto. Sai perché mi piace tanto? Perché mi piace lei illuminata dalla luce del sole. Tanto sono portato via tutto, questi tappeti, queste colonne, questi palazzi, la sabbia, il vento, le rane, i cocomeri maturi, la grandine, 7 del pomeriggio, maggio, giugno, luglio, il basilico, le api, il mare, le zucchine, fanciulli.
So that's how he expresses how much in love, how in love he is with his woman. And so he says, she's so important, nothing else is important. You can take away, he's ready to take away everything, the sand, the wind, the frogs, the watermelons, the zucchini. If I can't find her, nothing matters. That's an impressive way, right, of expressing love for someone, right? You want to read it, or do you want to listen to a song? Oops. Okay, since it's almost time, I want you to listen to this song first before we go. So this is have you heard of this group of 3 men, beautiful men, handsome men, Il Volo? And they sing Bocelli style. And this song is truly the Italian melody for love songs.
Chiudo gli occhi e penso a lei, il profumo dolce della pelle sua, è una voce dentro che mi sta portando dove nasce il sole.
Sole sono le parole, ma se vanno scritte tutto può cambiare. Senza più timore te lo voglio urlare, questo grande amore, amore, solo amore, è quello che sento. Dimmi perché quando penso solo a te. Dimmi perché quando vedo solo te. Dimmi perché quando credo solo in te. Grande amore. Dimmi che non mi lascerai mai. Dimmi chi sei, respiro dei giorni miei d'amore. Dimmi che sai, che solo me sceglierai. Ora lo sai, tu sei il mio unico grande amore.
Okay, this is how passionate Italians can be when they sing about love. Okay, so, but at the same time, going back in time, Luca Marenzio talks about love this way. Oh, so nice. Oh, even though he's not, he's a little mad with love, with a capital L, because he's not, love is not just and fair. He's in love, and she doesn't. She's not listening to him. Anyway, it's the end. Thank you for participating, for doing everything that I told you to do, for taking risks and being together with Italian. Thank you.
Thanks so much, Cinzia, for another great session. Just really appreciate you. This is really fun.
You have fun. Thank you.
I just
What
want to
are you-
invite everybody back again next month, the same date. So March, is it March next month? March 25th, we'll be back again and we'll be talking about La Primavera. So we'll be ready for the springtime when we're coming back together. So hope to see you next month for another edition. So thanks again for logging in. It's so good to see all of you.
Grazie a tutti. Ciao.
Grazie.
Grazie Cinzia, buonanotte.
Ciao, buonanotte. Buonanotte.
Mm.